Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new episode of Hot Mic. We got a lot to cover. We're going to talk about some of the surprises from the Pro League qualifier. Then we're going to get into the Pro League. We've got the best Call of Duty teams in the world here to compete for a ton of money. It's going to be an incredible time. Now, before I bring out our extra guest, we do have Envoy and a special guest coming on later in the show. But before that, I've got a one-on-one with my buddy Havok. Havok, how you doing, pal?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I want to dive in with you a little bit. So let's rewind a little. All right, I remember back. This is we're talking like kind of AW. I remember you had your 1v4 against Optic. Then Black Ops 3 comes out, and I'm thinking you're the next big thing. You're my guy. I'm hyping up to be the next superstar. And it's been a little bit of a tough road since then. Can you kind of talk to me a little bit about the past couple of years?
So after Black Ops 3, I went into IW. I teamed with Nameless, Nographin, and Study for the whole year.
There's your problem. You were teamed with Nameless, so you were in trouble to begin with.
Yeah, I don't think we got past top 8 that year. Until we picked up Hack. We got top 6 at Anaheim that year. And then we hit champs, and we got T32, and then everything else from there was downhill.
Was it team choices for you? Do you feel it was individual play? Like, what was kind of holding you back to being kind of the next guy up?
I definitely, I think it wasn't really individual play. It was more like dedication in IW. And then, that was talked about a lot, and it brought my stock down. And then World War II, team decisions the whole year. I don't think I got past, top 24. It was just a bad year. I don't know.
Not past
I don't even know what happened.
Wait, last year you didn't get past top 24?
Nope. I was not even... I skipped that year. I retired for a year that year.
Took a year off.
Done. No,
all right, well, it's been tough for these past couple of years, but now you're back. And I want to talk a little bit about the Pro League qualifier, because you guys, I believe at one point were 1-3. You guys were not in a good position. We were worried about whether you were going to make it out with all the hype kind of behind the team early in the year. What was what was it like kind of within the squad when you guys were sitting at 1-3 at the Pro League qualifier?
I mean, it was definitely it was a little scary, honestly. We thought we were going to start, honestly, it was just really bad after the 100 Thieves series. Up 5-1 last map, I was getting hyped, and then we just blew it away.
Well, I guess, okay, so that's got to be a moment where you're like, oh, God, this is panic time. What do you think changed to get your team to qualify? What was the big change?
I mean, we basically said, we have to do this or we're not playing for, we're not going to, our year is going to be really bad if we don't make this. So we
just putting the pressure on yourselves even more?
Yeah, we put our backs against the wall, and we just performed. We went all out, and we actually played really well after that.
Well, yeah, you guys started to click, absolutely. I do want to take a look now at one of your better plays from the Pro League qualifier. This is when you guys were making the run. You're starting to come back. If we could roll that, I want you to kind of take me through this incredible moment, this incredible play from the Pro League qualifier.
I knew it. Oh,
so tell me, what happened here?
Oh, man. I actually screamed, no, as I was falling off the map. Okay, so what happened there was I went in. We had vision pulse. I knew they were all there. I saw it. I saw the 3-piece or the 4-piece, whatever it was. They had a war machine. They were shooting it on the inside of the ring, so I went outside the ring, which I have never done before, and I just didn't measure it correctly. I did, and I was like, 3-piece, no! And then Nographin was like, all right, well, I guess I have to Hellstorm now, and then he kills all of them.
Well, because we saw here in Casterman, I'm watching, oh, my God, he's about to get the entire team. And then oopsie daisy.
Oh, my. It was so close. It was so close. If I slid a little longer, I had that 3-piece.
Well, it was a tough one, but hey, it brought a laugh to me and Jeff. We had a good time with it. All right, so I think it was after the Pro League qualifier, you were tweeting that you had the flu, you weren't feeling well. Now, is this something that started? Did you get post-event sickness, or were you sick during the event?
So Saturday, I woke up with a sore throat, and I knew, I didn't get my flu shot. I knew it was gonna happen. Because
how bad was it when you were playing?
I mean, Saturday it wasn't that bad, and then Sunday hit. I woke up with a fever, and I was like, I didn't really tell anyone besides my team. I was like, guys, I'm sick, by the way, but I'm gonna tough this out. I'm gonna play my best. And I told them I play better when I'm sick, which is absolutely not true, but I wanted them to think that.
Well, I probably should have asked you this before, but you're feeling better now.
Yeah, I'm feeling
So
better.
I'm safe?
Oh, you're good.
I'm good. Okay.
Good.
Well, I do. Now that we know you were sick during the course of the Pro League qualifier, I want to take a look at a clip. This is you and your team, I believe, celebrating a victory. And so you have the flu at this time. Oh, well, Spacely might have it now.
Oh, my God.
Keep spreading it down to Mox. Did they know you were sick at the time?
I think they knew I was sick, but I thought it was a cold.
Oh, keep it going. Keep spreading it around. Oh, God. Now everybody's
they're hugging each other.
The slapping your germs, it's just all circulating on stage. It's probably going to spread down to Shox. He's probably already feeling sick at that point. But
and then here comes the fist bump.
Oh, so you're giving it to everybody on the stage.
That's tough.
Hopefully, were you? Oh, and you just touched your nose or mouth there,
I just touched my entire face. I think I was crying.
Yeah,
I was tearing up.
Yeah, well, it was a big moment. It was a big moment.
That meant a lot to me.
You guys had to make the run. So you get in. You're able to qualify. We were able to check that out. Now this is a big accomplishment. You guys were in a tough spot, but you were able to get through. You were expected to come through, obviously, but still, you had to make the run. And we felt there were tears, there were tears of joy, tears of sadness. We saw all of it kind of through the course of the Pro League qualifier. I believe we actually have a clip that's kind of showing some of the best moments we saw throughout it, and we can sort of take a look at these teams as they celebrate getting in. Dude, Scraps is my favorite.
Scraps is funny. He was gassed.
Oh, I think this is the Heretics one, man. This was, I think, maybe the best moment for me from the entire Pro League qualifier. Did you see this when it was going down?
Yeah, he probably felt so good gravity spiking that guy.
Oh,
that's probably the best feeling ever.
Well, that play
Guaranteed
to get in,
kill.
like Lucky hits the snipe. I believe it was Metals just rips Methods off of the statue. Like there were so many insane plays for him to get in. And this is both sides of it. Obviously, mind freak heartbreak, but overtime able to get through.
Overtime is so good.
You think you're one of the teams you're maybe scared of?
I'm not scared of any team.
Well, that's obviously the other division, but you might face them down the road, like the cross-divisional play.
I remember we played them. They huddled up before the match, and I was like, wow, they're about to really get into this match. And then they 3-0'd us. It was a close match, but they 3-0'd us. So
yeah, they came. I don't want to say came out of nowhere. I mean, obviously you're familiar with some of the players, but they weren't one of the favorites to come out. No way. And we'll get right back to us. But it was cool to see. It was exciting to see everyone get in. That was one of the that tournament was infinitely more, I guess, entertaining and emotional than I thought it was going to be. I knew going in, it's qualifying for the Pro League, but did you expect it to be as crazy as it was?
No, I didn't. There were so many upsets.
Yeah.
I couldn't even keep up.
Just day one and day two, I was like, oh, God, who the hell is going to be in this actual Pro League? It was nuts. All right, well, one last thing I kind of want to touch on is, obviously, you went in as Team Space. You've been hopping around a little bit trying to figure stuff out. You've just joined with Gen.G now for the Pro League. Did you know much about them, that organization, beforehand?
So I was actually, like, the only one on my team that knew.
Really?
Someone, I think Spacey said something about Gen.G, and I was like, wait, that's actually amazing, guys. Like, because I watched them play League of Legends in Korea, and they had a really, like, all-star lineup. And so I watched them, and I was like, guys, like we have to talk to these guys. They're awesome.
So for you, it was a pretty exciting moment then to sign with this squad?
Very exciting.
That's cool. You get to represent a big brand, and it'll be great to see what you guys are capable of heading in. So I guess I just want to hear from you now. All right, so you got through the Pro League qualifier, maybe not the prettiest thing, but you got in, right? How do you feel right now about this squad?
I feel like this is the most confident I've been with my teammates.
Ever?
I trust them so much.
Wow.
I especially Mox, like when he got that 1v3 in showers on Gridlock.
Yeah.
Like a huge round win in S&D, like that. I have so much trust in him now. Because at the beginning of the game, I don't think he was clutching that, but Major Maniac has taught him some S&D along the.
You guys had some beast plays throughout, but I'm excited to see what you guys are capable of. So you're going to be a force to be reckoned with now in the Pro League?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm excited for it. Now, Havok, thanks for sitting down one-on-one, kind of going through stuff before we get into the Pro League. We're going to bring on our other guests, dive deeper into the Pro League. We'll be right back after this quick break. All right, welcome back. Okay, so we had a bit of change in plans. We're not going to be joined by Miles and Envoy. Now, Dashy, who was the planned guest, apparently ran into some issues at the border getting into the state. So, Miles, you were nice enough to come in. You had to travel through 1 billion borders to get here. You're all the way from Australia. You're now working full-time in the league. How was it getting in, buddy?
It was easy getting in. I had no problems at all. And to the point where I was surprised. I get to the border and I was like, I've got my visa, I've got my passport, I'm super excited. And the lady's like, how many days, sir? I was like, 3 years. And she was like, yeah, whatever, boom. all the pressure and everything I went through to get here, and she was just like, yeah, whatever, mate, on you.
Okay, well, you're our bearded Dashy. Thank you last minute for joining us, because players are kind of traveling in for the league. We didn't have anybody else here. Miles is in. He's going to join us, so we'll have some fun with Miles. But I do want to shift focus now to Envoy for a little bit. First, welcome to the show.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
It's great. It's great to have you on. All right, so the Pro League qualifier. This is the first time you guys are all playing together. You didn't have a ton of time to practice. What were the expectations going in?
We thought it was going to be really hard, actually. We thought we were going to go through pools. It was going to be like, we're probably going to have like an even record going into bracket play, and then bracket play was going to be a battle.
So not expecting the 6-0.
Yeah, not expecting that at all, for sure. But, yeah, we came through, like, swept everyone, and it was, like, really nice feeling. Now I have to go into bracket play, so.
Well, how you guys feeling now, kind of going forward? That 6-0 had to kind of help the chemistry and the camaraderie of the team, I think.
Help the chemistry, help the vibes, help everything, and I think with another month of practice, we can only go up from here.
I'm excited. There's a lot of new young talent. I'm really excited to see what you guys are going to be able to do over the course of it. But now I want to talk about one of the bigger topics from the Pro League qualifier. Obviously, FaZe didn't make it in. It was one of the big shocking surprises we had throughout the entire Pro League qualifier. But some of their players are being picked up, whether it's as players on teams or as subs, the main one being Priesta on 100 Thieves. So I want to take a look at some of the tweets around when this went down, mostly between, there was the tweet from Clayster. So this is the one that came out that started to blow up, right? Like he kind of takes a shot kind of at the organization, maybe at Kinney to some degree, and there's some responses that come in that I want to take a look at. So he says, when your main sub won't run a sub, so you get dropped. Tough scenes. Referring to Kenny, who we know he's been more comfortable with the Maddox. And I think the next one is a response then that comes in from Kenny. And he starts to get into it, and you can tell he's pretty heated about it. Obviously, he was under some flack kind of coming in with this roster. And now I feel like there's even more pressure on Kenny to perform with how things kind of went down. I think the final thing that came in then was from, kind of the creator and owner of 100 Thieves. It was from Nate Shot. One thing I've learned in esports as a player now turned owner is that no matter how tough a decision is or how well or poorly you communicate it, people will always be upset. I'm okay with this, what I signed up for, I guess. Just know roster changes are never easy for me. So it wasn't an easy decision, but ultimately they had to get it done. So I kind of want to hear your guys' thoughts on it. I actually want to start with you, Envoy, because you've actually played the new 100 Thieves. What are your thoughts just from a standpoint of like how good they are?
I think Priesta was a great addition to the lineup, actually. We played him, and he was doing it all. Grappling on the map, killing everyone. I think it was definitely a better pickup. And
so you think they're better now with the change?
Yeah, I definitely think they're better. I think their overall gameplay's gotten a lot better, and I think their pacing issue was bad at the beginning. I think it's perfect where it needs to be.
All right, interesting. What about for you, Havok? What were you shocked when this first went down, or pretty expected?
I mean, I was shocked that it was Pharaoh, but I think Priesta's so good that they just needed to put him on the lineup and replace someone that made internal problems, which I don't know who that was. But
we don't know the full story, right? Like
I don't think it came down to like skill. Priesta's just so good that it didn't really matter who was.
Well, as soon as we saw FaZe get knocked out, it's like, oh God, like some people are in trouble because you think they're going to get picked up. Miles, what about from a non-player POV, just from you on the outside looking in? Were you shocked at all?
Look, 100 Thieves, something had to go. Something had to be changed in a big way. Or even they did qualify at the same time. For a team, we talk about this endlessly on the desk. The finest, ingredients that just doesn't quite make the right soup. So I think something had to go, and Priesta was an ideal pickup. And it's nice to hear that it's working out for the 100 Thieves, because that's a squad that we all want to see do well. I think it's good for Call of Duty, it's good for the scene in general, but
just due to the size of their brand.
Exactly, yeah.
All right, well, we'll see how they do. But from your POV, it sounds like they're playing better. So you think any little honeymoon period kind of helps that team just with where it sounded like it was. Like when you were listening to them during scrims and bickering and arguing, it wasn't in a good place. Let's talk about another FaZe member to kind of make this jump. So we mentioned the issues with Dashy. I don't know the full story yet of how this is going to play out, but more than likely, Zuma's going to have to now fill in on this team. Like the sub's going to be used pretty much immediately, because when you take a look at the schedule, I mean, Optic's playing right away, and if Dashy's not here, this is day one. I mean, we're getting right into these matches. They're going to need to use him. You're going to be playing them, so Midnight's going up against them, Envoy. Does this change anything for you if it's Zuma instead of Dashy?
I think it helps us more than anything. I think it throws them off. He's a completely different role than what Dashy is. So, I mean, it's going to be weird to see how they put him into their play style and see how much they change.
Does somebody run a Maddox? Do they have 3 Sogs on the map? I mean, what are they going to do?
Yeah,
I don't know.
whatever works for them, I guess, at this point. I mean, they don't have much time to practice. I mean, I'm sure they'll be here scrimming tomorrow, but I mean,
you don't have a lot of time to get it working, right?
They've been practicing for months.
Havok, what about, I mean, Zuma, he is an incredible player. Do you think this will slow them down much?
That's the thing. I think Tommy is probably one of the best subs they could have gotten. But the only thing is Dashy didn't run a sub.
Yeah.
So it's Tommy's running a SOG now. Now they have 3 SOGs on the team, so I mean that's pure aggression.
Do you think they just try to like ban around maps they can run 3 subs on, or does somebody try to pull out a Maddox or something?
I think they do their best on banning maps that you can't use 3 SOGs on. I think that's their main goal. And then after that, they'll figure out who's running the Maddox.
Well, Miles, for you, I mean, we've talked about the fact that before, when it was 4v4, if you took out one player and plugged one person in, it usually wasn't that big of a hindrance because you have like a core 3. Now you have like a core 4. Do you think it's going to be that big of a deal?
I actually don't think it's going to be a big deal at all. I think, again, we talk about the core of Optic now, and you take out a player like Dash. Yeah, he's very influential, makes big differences on the map, but I don't think this is going to impact them too much. And again, dude, I'm sorry, but I don't think it's going to make a massive difference in the way Optic plays. Even though we said, like, Zoom is a sub player, it's not the biggest change. Optic is still going to be Optic at the end of the day.
Yeah, well, it'll be interesting to see. Just for you guys, you have to go in like it's the full squad, right? You don't want this to be like a trap game. You're like, oh, they got a sub. It's going to be easy.
Yeah, we're not.
Still Optic.
Yeah,
still one Vegas.
Still Optic. Still a great addition, too.
Yeah. All right, well, let's look at the overall division for you guys now. So this is Division A. Now, there was a lot coming in that said this was the hardest division. There's no easy matches. Havok, what are your overall thoughts kind of on your division?
Honestly, I think both divisions are really good. I think everyone's just really good. Like, the skill here, Optic is Optic.
I mean, I guess you have the Optic who has to play the sub. UIU recently, kind of made a change where they have methods coming in, but Envoy, for you, like there's no real easy matches at all, are there?
No, not at all. We got to give it our 100 every match. I mean, it's going to be tough, but it's going to be a gauntlet, but that's what we're here for.
Well, that's what I'm excited for, because we've had years in the past with the way the rules work. There was usually a couple teams that got smoked, right? There'd just be people that were struggling to get one win on the board, and that's not fun for anybody. It's not fun to cast. It's not fun for those players involved. Like, Miles, this should be a lot more competitive.
There's no duds for the first time since the beginning of the Pro League. There's a single team there that we're going to go, yeah, they're not going to win a map. They're not going to have a good series. They're not going to have anything. This is going to be an incredible watch. And like,
now watch. We expected like the Pro League qualifier to be more straightforward. Now watch. This is actually what does, and there's not a lot of upsets. But I think it's going to be a battle for sure. Now with the new Pro League and with the new rules, like, we got a lot of more young up and coming talent from all over, but especially in North America, there are a lot of rookie players in the Pro League. You being one. Why do you think, like, this year there are so many new players getting into the Pro League?
I think the game turning to 5v5, I think it takes a lot more teamwork than it has in the past, and I think it excels amateur teams to just focus on that. And I think where the pro players, a lot of them focusing on themselves, I mean, they're just winning. I mean, you come and play an amateur team, it should be easy for them, but if the teamwork's on point for the amateur team, then it's a lot easier.
So you think the 5v5 might be a big part of that?
100%.
Interesting. Havok, what about you?
I think 5v5 is a big part of it, but I think there's a lot of mechanical skill in this game, and it's a lot of aggression. And these amateur teams are very, very fast, and they have the gun skill. Everyone has the gun skill that's here. So, I mean, they're just really, really fast, and some pro teams just can't really keep up with them.
All right. Okay. Well, what about Miles, for you, just kind of from a commentator standpoint? Like, it's weird, right? There's so many. It's like, who the hell are half these people?
That's the difficult thing. It's like, I think this guy looks great. Where's his background? It's like, it's like his second tournament or whatever. But that's the thing. There's so much to play for now. And I think where Call of Duty is right now in terms of where the league is, people we've been watching since, Black Ops 3. You've gone straight off to IW, COD War 2, and now we're here. Everyone knows there's so much to play for. So I think that's given the player base generally so much more to like get sucked out in the mud, get as good as they possibly can, because you can find yourself on a stage, you can find yourself at these big events playing for crazy money, and it's very, very exciting.
I can't wait. You feel like there are going to be some of these newcomers that come in and do really well. Maybe some fall short, but watching them improve over the course of these next 3 months is what I'm excited for. Like a team like Midnight. Like, will you guys be incredible out the gate? Maybe, maybe not. But where are you going to be a month from now is what I'm excited for. But now a little less focused on the league. Let's move forward now into player intel. We're going to focus less on maybe the Call of Duty aspect and have a little bit more fun with the show. Miles, I think we're going to we're going to start with Envoy. Envoy, I just want to know kind of where you came from. Like, can you give us a brief little rundown history of your coming up in COD?
I think most people that do know me from back in AW. Team with Kenny, Space, Lean Assault, last event of the year. Since then, though, changed to 18, the age limit, and I was 15 back then, so I had to wait solid 3 years, and then now I think this year I just put my all into it. And now,
can you tell me a little bit about last year? Because you were telling me it was cracking me up.
Last year came back, it wasn't so good. Wasn't so good. First event back, got top 80. Not fun at all.
I didn't know it went that high.
Yeah, and I was not happy for myself. Probably lowest point of my career. I was like, wow, it's over. And then to come back this year, have such a good start, like even just online and stuff like that, it was just really promising for the year. And now we're here.
All right. Well, I'm excited, and I think it's cool for fans too, because lesser-known players, if you have them in the spotlight in the Pro League, now's your chance, man.
Yeah.
So own it.
Yeah.
Have fun. I'm excited to see what you guys can do. Now let's shift over to our buddy Miles. You've been casting with Momo for how long now?
Since our first cast was COD XP, we did that once, and then we did the World War II season together. So it's been about a year.
Okay, all right. And I've heard you do a really good Momo impression.
Maybe I do a good moment.
All right. Well, we have a clip that I have not seen yet. I'm going to need you, Momo, to cast over this. If you.
Okay, guys, here we go. Team Space accelerates control now. We've got Havok on screen, and he's making his way forward. There's a chance now to make something special. Oh my goodness, he jumped off the map. I cannot believe it. Just like that. 2-0 up Team Space. Can they bounce back and get this done?
Well, I don't understand how you do Momo so well.
Well, when you spend enough time with him.
And I just want to see the play again. So I knew that was the play.
It was all a ploy.
I apologize.
It was a trick. Sorry.
I'll set me up.
Yes, we were. It was one of the best clips from the Pro League qualifier. I'm sorry. Miles, you're so talented, by the way. You're far more talented. I don't want to hear your impersonation of me ever, because it's probably going to be a lot of...
It's all right. We'll do it later. I'll get you later.
Okay. All right. Okay, let's shift now over to a little social media stuff. There was a tweet that came out from your squad that we're going to pull up. I believe this was Brack, right, that did it. All right, you guys just ever want to beat the blank out of your teammates. So we've all been there, whether it's with a commentator duo, friend. Like, there's just times you just want to smack the hell out of a teammate. It happens. What happened in this instance?
I think he asked me a lot of dumb questions. Well, I think they're dumb. He doesn't think they're dumb.
There is no dumb question. Yes, there is.
Yeah. He keeps asking me like questions that are in all the emails we get, and I'm like, bro, you not read all the emails? And then it just prompted me. I was like, bro, just read the emails.
And that's what prompted it. Like,
yeah. Then he tweeted that. Crim6 is retweeting it. Got like, what has he got, like 4,000 or 5,000 likes on it. Yeah.
The optic juice. But so that was just him, his inability. Well, we have that all the time. Like, I work with some former players and Nameless and Pac-Man and stuff, and like Pro League schedule comes out, and like a master document, and like so many questions gets at. It's all right in one document.
Oh, yeah.
You can look at any of it. But
give us that big packet too.
Yeah. There's all the information's out there.
Yeah.
All right. What about Miles for you, man? In the green room, is there someone that really gets to you?
It's no surprise, Miss Momo. Phil gets to me, man, because he knows how to push my buttons. He knows what annoys me. And if I'm sitting there trying to watch the match, like, he'll come in, he'll say something really stupid on purpose. Like, he's not an idiot, but he does it. He just gets me good. Once we were casting, it was Dallas last year, and basically it was like mid-match. He was distracted. He was trying to like impress somebody off camera. It's probably a girl. And I was like, all right, buddy, well, it's still good. This match is going really well. And after a while, I was like, I'm gonna punch him in the as hard. On broadcast, I don't care. I was like, you need to stop, son. And I was like, this close. Just Falcon didn't do it, obviously. And it was a great match.
You know who got to me a lot? I've told this before, but back in Black Ops 3, when I used to cast with Mr. X, like, once we're really into the league, like months in, we're pretty comfortable and can talk about the game with our eyes closed at that point. But he would always be on his phone, like looking at like the COD Reddit and like just reading stuff. He showed me one time, it was like an Overwatch thing. I'm like, what? Dude, I don't care. We're mid-match. I wanted to just drop kick him half the time because he's like, I'm 100% invested in this. Like, give me 100% too. All right. But Havok, what about you though? Any like teammates or like big pet peeves, something that pisses you off with your teammates?
Spacely.
Okay.
If I accidentally shoot him, like friendly fire, if I accidentally put a bullet into him and he dies, all I hear is, and I'm like, bro, I'm sorry, and he's like,
So just the reactions from
and then it starts an argument between us, and this happens once a day at least. And sometimes it's not me. Sometimes someone else team shoots him, and he'll be like,
oh, he still blames you for it?
Yeah, do you get the blame?
No.
Oh, come on.
Maybe.
All right.
Sometimes.
Well, that'll do it for the player intel segment. We still have more to come before we get into the Pro League matches, but for now, a quick break. And welcome back. Let's get into Community Comms, where you find fans of the CWL. Ask your questions on Twitter. Let's get into them. First question is from infamous_65. He wants to know who the funniest person on your team is. I'm going to start with you, Envoy. Is there someone on your team that's just hysterical?
I think I'd have to go with our coach. Our coach it's not publicly known yet, but it's Atura.
Okay.
He's a more known amateur player, but he's the funniest guy I know. Hands down, just always cracking up the team, keeping the vibes good, you know.
Well, that's probably good to have as like your coach too. Like, yeah, when people are starting to like bicker and stuff. I remember I had a brief coaching tenure back, but I had like Killa and Saints and Bows on my team, and they'd be at each other like children. And half the time, I used to try to make them laugh and stuff, and it helps. It actually helped a lot.
Yeah, he's just a really good mediator to have just on our team, just to relax everyone and have a good time. So.
All right, what about you, Havok?
I actually think Mox is probably the funniest, but he doesn't try to be funny. He's just funny. Like the things
one of
he
those
says,
unintentionally
we'll all
funny
just
people.
start laughing, and he'll be so serious about it. Like he'll say something
That's the best kind of humor sometimes, though. Like
know.
when someone doesn't realize they're funny, but they're actually hysterical. That's how I view like someone like Karma, like Damon. He's like he doesn't like try to be funny all the time, but he's truly hysterical without even realizing it. Miles, what about you? Like in the green room with the talent.
Ooh, funniest guy on the team. I'm going to go on a kind of slight and off tangent here. I'm going to say it's Merc. Joe makes me laugh. It's the same kind of thing.
I get that. Yeah.
Like I'll come into the green room and I just say hello to everyone, and Joe will just go. I'm like, why are you? Who's this guy? Like, I having only just known him for like just about a year now, I'm like, you're not the person I thought you were.
Well, no, that's
and I love him.
And I've been trying. Like, I sometimes think he struggles to get that personality out on camera. Like when we're casting, I'm like, dude, just if you can get that out sometimes, like people don't realize how goofy and hysterical you are. And he's gotten more and more comfortable. Merc's a good answer.
He's crazy.
All right, next question. This is from Inklutz. What team do you want to play most? Havok, is there somebody that you looked at Division A, you're like, I want to come out, I want to play, I want to smoke these fools?
Yeah, it has to be Envoy's team, Midnight.
Yeah?
Only because when we were playing them, Brack stood up. We were 1 and 2 at the time. Brack stood up, looked at us, and screamed, "Remember, you're 1 and 2." And I was like, this guy, oh my God.
Well, you've remembered. You remember the comments.
I'm coming for you, Brack.
Okay. What about you guys?
I'd like to say Havok's team again, probably too, just because it was like a really, really close match, and I'm just trying to see how like our teams perform with more practice and stuff. Because we were
where you are on the scale.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Well, I'm assuming a match I'm now looking forward to is you guys can do battle, and maybe you can shout back at Brack a little bit. All right. So let's get to the next question. Havok, this is for you. How did you feel after gravity spiking off the map on frequency?
Is it this again?
Yeah. No. Oh, we're gonna show it again
No.
for the third time.
Why?
So, well, you guys were up 2-0, but like, what were the comms like within the team when it happened? I'm just curious.
I screamed no. I remember that, and then I think everyone else was just like quiet. I think everyone just got quiet, and Jared was like, "All right, I'm gonna Hellstorm then."
Oh, because he did get like 3 with the Hellstorm
He got
after
3
that.
with the Hellstorm,
So
but
he had to use that because you missed your grab spike.
He told me he wasn't gonna use it, and then I fell off the map, and we had to use it. We still won the round though, so I mean, it was worth it.
I just wanted to
the
show
jokes.
it. I just wanted to show it one more time because it was one of my favorite
Sad.
plays. Thank you for that. It's all right. You'll be able to make up for it.
It's gonna happen.
I hope it becomes a running thing. And
I bet
you
it happens again.
Just pull like a clay, and that's your thing throughout the year. Just grab spiking
I
off.
did it 2 days ago in scrims. Same map,
Ooh, I like to
opposite
hear.
side
Keep
of
it
the
up.
ring.
Keep it up.
Always getting the updates from Naga.
Yeah, he tweets about it every time.
All right, well, let's take a look at the schedule now for the matches coming up right after this show. We're kicking it off with Red Reserve Reciprocity, followed by Optic Gaming versus Midnight. Envoy, we talked to you a little bit about your match, but I'm curious, Team Scraps or Team Wuskin, who you take in the twin battle?
I think I'm taking Team Wuskin.
Okay.
Played him online. I think that man Scraps is the best player I've ever played against, but I think Wuskin and crew are going to take
Do you
it.
think Rek's a better team right now?
Yeah, better overall.
Okay, what about you, Havok?
I don't know. I think Scraps is gonna bring the passion to that match.
Dude, his video,
And I
he
think they're
tweeted,
gonna
I
win.
can't even repeat half the stuff he said in it, but it was so funny.
That video was amazing.
So you're going Red?
I'm going Red.
Well, Miles, you're probably going to be doing an interview like with them before the game or something ludicrous like that. But who do you think?
I honestly think it's going to go the way of Rek, but there is something inside me that says that when Red play a majority European team, because I think it was like Reddit or something, we don't ever lose to European teams. Like maybe it's changed now that Denz is there, but I genuinely believe that Red could pull something special out. But I'm giving my money to Rek.
Okay, so it's interesting. I mean, Red, obviously, I think most people thought Red would be the best European team coming in this year, but there's a lot of hype between Rek right now and how they've looked, how they've been able to perform. But it has been a lot of fun. It's been a great episode of Hot Mic. I want to thank everybody that watched and thank the guests for coming on. Envoy, first time on Hot Mic. Good luck in the Pro League. Havok, you're back, buddy. This is a chance to prove you can make plays and that you belong and to, I don't know, make that case for a superstar. I'm excited to see what you're able to do this year. Miles, thanks for filling in as the bearded Dashy. You're not Dashy, but you did a great job, and I'm excited to have you here now. We'll be working with you daily, basically.
Every day.
Oh, and we live together, too.
And we live together.
It's spicy. He bought bananas for me yesterday. Thank you for that. But, hey, it was a great episode. We're having a lot of fun, but now it is time to kick it off. It is the CWL Pro League. Let's get into it.